Turning to your environment, the month of July is a time for people around the world to limit their use of plastic. And one easy way you can make a difference is by changing your shopping habits and actually buying clothes in a sustainable way. And who better to bring us this story than Sarah Pila? She's live in studio with more. I remember when you gave me those shoes made out of plastics.
Yeah, it was recycled plastic water bottles, in fact. Clothing waste that ends up in landfills and synthetic textiles, which are made of plastic, are a major polluter. But there's growing environmental awareness, and it is helping to shift consumer shopping habits towards sustainable fashion. I met with 3 different fashion industry leaders who are part of the slow fashion movement to learn how they're putting the planet first. A typical shopping haul for sustainable fashion influencer Macy Eleni means hitting the racks at a thrift store.
I am always looking for the brands that I wanted to wear growing up that I couldn't afford or that, was a little too adult for me, Juicy Couture being one of them.
The popular TikTok influencer has nearly 500,000 followers.
Guys, I'm in Ohio and I'm at the thrift store. What is this coat? It's $4.
And she shares her best thrifting tips with her audience and educates them on the importance of buying no new clothes.
Fashion contributes to so many bad things on this earth, be that like the planet or the exploitation of others or making people feel bad about themselves or their bodies because they can't wear a certain thing or a certain brand. Thrifting kind of like blurs all of that.
Macy is part of the growing sustainable fashion movement that rejects fast fashion, an industry term for unethical practices and wasteful production of cheap, trendy clothing.
They're made from various pieces of dead stock fabric.
Fashion designer Clementina Martinez-Masarweh, known as the sustainable Latina, upcycles old clothing into new items to raise awareness on textile waste, overconsumption, and plastic pollution.
We don't want fast fashion. We don't want plastic fashion. We don't want fossil fuel fashion. We want fashion that's for the planet.
Fossil fuels drive nearly every aspect of the fashion supply chain, and the industry is plagued with plastic in both packaging and synthetic materials like polyester, nylon, and acrylic that are derived from petroleum. Today at this event, Clementina is showcasing her custom-made items from trash that she dresses her clients with, like child actor Mateo Ray.
I've mended it, and I've also altered it significantly. It's been upcycled, and it has the octopus there that's made off of a moo-moo.
Not everyone in fashion is focused on secondhand, but brands like Sunset Vibes founder Denise Foley are with sustainability at the forefront.
10 to 15 water bottles rescued from the oceans and landfills went into each garment.
Her products are all made with specialty fabric that's comprised of both recycled plastic water bottles and fishing nets, and her entire line is produced locally in downtown LA.
Not only are we keeping it local to reduce the carbon footprint, we work with partners who pay their employees higher than standard living wages, which gives back to the local economy here.
It's estimated that the global apparel industry is leaking millions of tons of plastic into the environment each year, and a majority comes from clothes that are thrown away. So along with Macy's social media, she's written a book to help people on their thrifting journey to stop the waste.
Starting to check secondhand sites and check thrift stores and check estate sales and check flea markets instead of just hitting buy now and like getting all of that sent to your house. It's a really amazing thing to do for the planet.
And these sustainable fashion leaders are building consciousness, helping to shift shopping trends to put the environment first. Now, the fashion industry does have a long way to go, though, as demand for synthetic fibers is expected to grow in the years ahead. So important to have people kind of paving the way in the sustainable fashion movement.
How come is it the best stuff for you, like organic and all this stuff, is more expensive than just the general stuff?
I know. So there is a sense of sticker shock, right? You see a shirt for $10 versus $50. Obviously, you want to buy the $10 shirt, but you should really think about why it costs that much. That means if you're paying $10 for a shirt, that a cut has to go to the store, of course. How did it get there? Those transportation costs. And then who made that clothing? Are they only getting, a couple dollars, maybe at the most? So some tips that they shared with me were to, of course, shop your own closet. That's a good way to start. And then, of course, the thrift stores, estate sales, flea markets, great places to treasure hunt and find some clothes that can be affordable for almost any budget.
I am the vintage store clothes and garage sale I love it. I love to go in and find a little find, and it's so
I love
great.
it too. I want to shop your closet, I think.
Hey, anytime. But those synthetic fibers, do they feel soft and everything cool?
Well, that's why they are used, because obviously they're durable, it can feel soft, but here's the thing. Every time you wash it, we're getting microplastics in the water. So that is something to also think about, if what type of material that you are buying, right? Because microplastics have been found in everything, Giselle, our air, our water, even in our human bodies. So
conscious couture, conscious eating, conscious everything. Oh,
very
so
much so.
to do.
Helps make great decisions.
You're so on top of it. Thank you so much, Sarah Peeler. Take us out, girl.
Hey, still ahead. Team USA continues racking up the medals. How about those gymnasts? Loved watching them yesterday. Simone Biles and USA Gymnastics winning the gold. Our Golden Girls, Giselle and LeBron James of the men's basketball. They're taking the court today. We'll bring you all the action.
That's right. And guess we have in the house Renata Cimarella from LA 84. Woo-hoo!